win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
Royal FM 95.1. We are premier. We are royal.
In today's media space, misinformation can spread so fast. Misinformation is dangerous to our society and even more dangerous to our democracy. It is my responsibility as much as it is yours to stop it. Are you still confused of what claim is fact or false? Well, say hello to clarity with Africa Check on airwaves. Tune in today to our fact-checking segment where we make verifying information easy peasy. Together, let's break the cycle of misinformation and build a world grounded in facts. Remember, when in doubt, always check it out. Join us as we pave the way to a better informed society. Africa Check, sorting facts from fiction.
MTN Mega Billion promo is finally here from Monday to Saturday at 7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial star 900 hash on your MTN line. Then every recharge from 100 naira or more will get you more entries and increase your chances to win.
Recharge today and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more details.
Royal FM 95.1. We are premier. We are royal.
In today's media space, misinformation can spread so fast. Misinformation is dangerous to our society and even more dangerous to our democracy. It is my responsibility as much as it is yours to stop it. Are you still confused of what claim is fact or false? Well, say hello to clarity with Africa Check on airwaves. Tune in today to our fact-checking segment where we make verifying information easy peasy. Together, let's break the cycle of misinformation and build a world grounded in facts. Remember, when in doubt, always check it out. Join us as we pave the way to a better informed society. Africa Check, sorting facts from fiction.
Good morning and welcome back to yet another episode of your favorite program, Matters of Fact, brought to you by Africa Check. This is still that program where we bring insights and clearance to all matters. It is that program that helps you to separate the truth from fiction. My name is Samuel at DME, and remember, this program is packaged by Boldline Productions and proudly brought to you by Africa Check. And don't forget to follow Africa Check on all platforms. The handle to do so is at AfricaCheck_NG. AfricaCheck_NG. If you remember, last time we talked about misinformation in politics and elections, the role of key actors. Today we shall be discussing how to create a resilient community in the fight against misinformation and fake news. This is especially important because in today's world, misinformation spreads faster than ever, and the impact of that spread is felt most strongly within our communities. False stories can create fear, they can fuel conflict, and they can weaken the trust that we all have in one another. But the good news is that we are not exactly helpless. As members of this community, we have the power to build solutions from within. And we are going to focus on possible ways that we can create a strong community that will be resilient and united against the surge of misinformation and fake news. Do keep in mind that tackling misinformation is not only about correcting what is wrong, but also about strengthening the bonds of trust and knowledge in our society. So together, it is possible for us to create a community that is informed, resilient, and united. We're going to go on a short break, but before that, Africa Check is calling on you to come join the fight against the spread of misinformation. You can join Africa Check's WhatsApp channel by searching for Africa Check Nigeria in the channel section of WhatsApp, or you can send your name and location to them to 0908 377 7789. This is a number on WhatsApp, 0908 377 7789. Now, another important, interesting part is you also stand a chance of getting airtime when you join their broadcast list. So once again, to do so, you can search for Africa Check Nigeria in the channel section, or you can send your name and your location to them on this WhatsApp number, 0908 377 7789. So let's take this quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere, and we will be right back.
In today's media space, misinformation can spread so fast. Misinformation is dangerous to our society and even more dangerous to our democracy. It is my responsibility as much as it is yours to stop it. Are you still confused of what claim is fact or false? Well, say hello to clarity with Africa Check on airwaves. Tune in today to our fact-checking segment where we make verifying information easy peasy. Together, let's break the cycle of misinformation and build a world grounded in facts. Remember, when in doubt, always check it out. Join us as we pave the way to a better informed society. Africa Check, sorting facts from fiction.
Welcome back. This is still Matters of Fact, brought to you by Africa Check. Before the short break, we've been discussing the topic, how to create a resilient community in the fight against misinformation and fake news. Now, joining us in the studio to further talk about this is Mukhtar Balogun from Africa Check. Good morning to you, Mukhtar, and thanks for joining us on the program once again this morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right, Mukhtar, as an individual, can I ask, where can I consider as my community? Because we are talking about, creating a resilient community to combat misinformation, but we have to begin with knowing, what we can call our community. So can you speak to that?
I can't hear you clearly.
I say, as an individual, where can I consider as my community?
Oh, okay. When we talk about community, it's not just about, people living closest to us or, people within our circle. So it extends to, different circles of connection, and it has to do with where we live. This could be a neighborhood, street, or village where people share daily experiences and challenges in the community. So another one is social groups. Our friends, clubs, associations you belong to, where you share hobbies, values, or common interest. Where you have things that bring you together as a whole. Another thing is school or professional groups. So your classmates, colleagues, or alumni networks, who connect with you through education or work, are also part of your community. Also, we have to talk about religion, which is an important part of us in this part of our world. So religious-based groups are also our community. Your mosque, church, fellowship, or any other faith-based associations. Members come together in these groups, and they are bonded by shared beliefs or practices. So basically, we are talking about community, things that bring you together in a certain cycle. It can be virtual and it can be physical. So it's not actually just based on being physical or people you live around with. It extends beyond that. So basically, your community is made up of people with whom you interact regularly, share things with, and feel a sense of belonging.
All right, thank you. Now that we have background of what we can consider as community, what are the potential dangers for a community that is not resilient to the spread of fake news?
Yeah, if a community, cannot resist or manage misinformation as they should, following, especially after they know about these things, or let's say they don't, risks will actually emerge, and one of them is that it creates fear and panic. So false reports about health, security, or disasters can cause unnecessary alarm. As an Arsenal fan myself, I belong to a small community of Nigerian Arsenal fans group, and people do share sports related misinformation in that group. And if you actually practice or watch football, love football, you realize that in football, especially in sports, misinformation is very viral. It's actually viral. Mm-hmm. So people share different kind of things, and people actually react to this misinformation differently. So our community is very important. So it creates fear or panic when we don't see the potential dangers for a community that is not resilient to the spread of fake news. Another one is that it fuels conflict. So misinformation can pit off against each other in those groups. So in our community, if misinformation rises about someone,
you have 1 minute remaining.
Especially if that kind of information would put that person down among the right thinking members of that particular community, that person would be seen less and treated differently. So it spells conflict amongst us. Another one is that it takes away trust. So when fake news spread unchecked, people lose faith in leaders, institutions, media, and even neighbors. So I mentioned that religious groups are also part of our community. So imagine a case where in the congregation in a mosque or church, a religious leader made a misinforming claim. So that kind of claim, and people eventually follow that claim. And let's say it's health related, so people fall for it and actually suffer the consequences.
We lost Mukhtar there, but let us try to get him back on the program once again. Before the call went off, he was talking about the dangers and how it can fuel things like conflict, especially about within tribes, and how dangerous that can be. Hello, Mukhtar. We lost you for a second, but can you still hear us right now? All right. We got the points you were trying to make. Thank you so much. Let's talk about approaches that can be used to fight, against this spread. Since you've told us about the potential dangers, so can you share with us some community-driven approaches that we can use to fight against the spread of misinformation?
Okay. Number one is one of them is to organize workshops and training for people. So you should encourage hosting campaigns, town hall meetings, or school programs, teach members how to question and verify information. Another thing is to create safe spaces for dialogue. We should encourage open discussions in community meetings, gatherings, or WhatsApp groups where people can ask questions without. So this actually when we allow people to say what they have in mind. While we have an open discussion about whether this is right or not, without thinking, someone is attacking me or trying to criticize me. So another thing is to, encourage critical thinking. So we should train community members, especially youth, to pause, before sharing, and to check the sources of any information they come across, either, physically or virtually. So another thing is to, draw on shared trust and local knowledge. So, the context of each community is different. What is acceptable in my community may not be acceptable in your community. So we should empower respected leaders, elders, or influencers within our community to share accurate information that people, are more likely to believe. And we should be at the forefront of, the information coming out of our community, to ensure that they are right, they are legit. When we see something, about our community, we come out to, dispel it outrightly. So another thing is to, support our local fact-checking efforts. So we should partner, with fact-checking organizations like Africa Check, or setting up community info groups where, you share information, news about your community, news about the country, news about your state with each other.
All right, Mukhtar, this is where we have to draw the curtains on matters of fact this morning. Thank you so much for being a part of the program once again.
Thank you for having me once again. Thank you.
All right, thanks to our listeners as well. This has been Matters of Fact, brought to you by Africa Check. Make sure you don't forget to follow Africa Check on all platforms. The handle to do so remains at AfricaCheck_NG. My name is Samuel Ademi. Do enjoy the rest of your Monday and try as well not to catch a cold.
Better enjoyment don't land.
In today's media space, misinformation can spread so fast. Misinformation is dangerous to our society and even more dangerous to our democracy. It is my responsibility as much as it is yours to stop it. Are you still confused of what claim is fact or false? Well, say hello to clarity with Africa Check on airwaves. Tune in today to our fact-checking segment where we make verifying information easy peasy. Together, let's break the cycle of misinformation and build a world grounded in facts. Remember, when in doubt, always check it out. Join us as we pave the way to a better informed society. Africa Check, sorting facts from fiction.
Better enjoyment don't land. Accept here don't enter town with Oyato. Whether na for work, school or play, Oyato fit make your life better. For just 400 naira, they go summer you with 7 minutes of calls and 600 MB data. If that will not do you, for just 800 naira, you go enjoy 15 minutes